So let me ask you first how you got involved with this event. I know you were active in environmental issues and advocacy in that area. What brought you here to D.C. for this ceremony?
Well, my partner, Bruce Ward, we are partners in a television program called America's Forests. And I've known Bruce now for 5 or 6 years, and all that time he has been involved with the Capitol Christmas tree, finding the state that's going to donate the tree, following the tree all the way to Washington, D.C. And so this year, because we've been working together for quite a while now, he said, Chuck, would you come and co-host this event for us to celebrate the People's Tree? And I said, yeah, man, the schedule's worked out, and I'm very pleased.
All right. Now, we've seen a lot happening over the last few years in terms of environmental issues here in Washington.
Yeah.
What do you think of the current administration and their environmental policies right now?
Well, I would like to see the administration step up and do more, obviously. I was not all that pleased that we pulled out of the Paris Accords. I think there's a lot more that needs to be done for our country and our planet. And we'll see. Hopefully things will change for the positive.
And you specifically, what efforts have you made to go green and kind of push things forward and, set your own example and push a certain message forward?
Well, first of all, my wife and I are tree farmers. We live on our land. We work our land. When I'm not rocking and rolling, you'll find me on a tractor. You'll find me in the woods working, trying to improve the land and doing everything that we can to be good stewards of the land. In terms of what we can all do, I think the evidence is very, very clear that we live in somewhat troubled times with our environment. I think we need to take the bull by the horns, make a lot of changes, and try to be kinder to our planet. Look, I'm a grandfather, I'm a father. I'd like to see our future generations have a good shot at living comfortably and living well on this earth and in our country. So, I think we can all do better. I think it's a matter of awareness. Some years ago, I helped co-found the Mother Nature Network, which is an environmental website. It's www.mnn.com. We strive to be the best source of educational information for environmental issues, and I think we are doing that. I'm very proud of it. We have over 5 million hits a month on our website.
Yeah, I saw that interview you did in Cuba promoting the website.
Yeah.
But you've probably heard a lot of politicians saying we've reached the point of no return, or we're close to the point of no return on climate change. What do you think?
Well, I'm not a scientist. I'm a tree farmer, but I can tell you this. I'm 66 years old. I remember, I grew up in the South. I grew up in Alabama. I live in Georgia now. I remember the Septembers in my youth. You always needed a jacket. It was cool. These days, the weather doesn't really get cool down there until October, November. It's undeniable. The changes are coming. We all have seen the evidence of the shrinking of the polar caps. This is very disturbing. We keep breaking records year after year, the hottest summer that we've ever had in this part of the country, that part of the country. We've seen the devastating forest fires. We've seen the increase of really bad storms. Recently in Georgia, South Georgia specifically, we had Hurricane Michael, devastated $1 billion worth of timber. When you add in the agricultural consequence, it was like $3.5 to $4 billion of loss in our natural lands. That's disturbing. We need to try to wake up and smell the coffee and move forward.
Some countries are taking steps like banning gasoline and diesel vehicles by a certain time frame. Is it something you think should happen here in the U.S., banning gas and diesel?
Well, I think it's inevitable. Look, you're seeing recently GM is laying off a lot of people. We don't like to see the loss of jobs, but what we do like to see is they're starting to think forward. They're going to change their paradigm the vehicles they make. We're going to autonomous or driverless vehicles. We're going to more hybrids and electric vehicles to help decrease the fossil fuel usage and so forth. So, we're seeing this all over the country, all over the world, and hopefully we'll see it more and more in this country.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things happening, but we don't know in terms of a time frame when that would happen. And then there's the economic issues as well, how you balance jobs and
the recent report that came out from this administration talking about the economic impact, the loss of jobs, the loss of the economy in the coming years if we don't make these changes. So I think it's very clear. I hope people will do everything they can within their power, use their voting power, use their individual power. Look, when people ask me, well, what can I do? Plant a tree. Talk to your community, talk to your church, talk to your school, get the kids involved. Go out there and plant, 12, 15, 100 trees and make a difference and talk about it and read about it and learn about it.